Welcome to Eagles Nest News. Today, we're diving deep into the early takeaways from Philadelphia Eagles training camp. The excitement is building as we get closer to the 2025 season opener. And so far, there have been some clear winners and some players who haven't quite hit their stride. In this video, I want to walk you through who has impressed the most during camp and who might still be struggling a bit as the team continues to gel. Before we get into the thick of it, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We're bringing you daily content focused on the Eagles, everything from analysis, updates, breakdowns, and thought-provoking discussions to help you become a more informed and engaged fan. We want to build a community here, a place where your voice matters and your passion for the birds can grow. If that sounds like your kind of channel, then go ahead and subscribe now so you don't miss a single episode. We're aiming to grow the empire here at Chat Sports and set the standard for Eagles coverage on YouTube. Now, let's jump right into the winners so far in this training camp. Number 1 on my list has to be rookie linebacker Giad Campbell. This young player has really turned some heads and looks like a true steal. For general manager Howie Roseman, Campbell was selected 31st overall, but he may very well outperform that spot on the draft board. Many doubted whether he would even be ready for camp due to a labrum injury in his shoulder, something Big Fanu mentioned just last week, but Campbell showed incredible dedication in rehabbing during the offseason and was medically cleared to participate fully today during practice on Tuesday, July 29th. That's when I'm recording this. He saw time alongside Jeremiah Trider Jr. in the starting defense because Zach Bond was out with an injury. Campbell made some splash plays on defense that really stood out, including chasing down a running play to stop Saquon Barkley on the perimeter. That kind of effort and speed on the edge was impressive. Not only that, but he also sniffed out an underneath pass intended for Dallas Goedert and laid a big, punishing hit on him. In one-on-one drills, Campbell showed excellent coverage skills by sticking with running backs, which is no easy task for a linebacker. What's really promising is the day-to-day improvement he has demonstrated. Monday, he struggled a bit in coverage drills, but today, he looked much sharper. His length, speed, and athleticism, all traits that stood out coming out of Alabama, have been on full display, especially his closing speed that allows him to make quick, impactful plays. Looking ahead to the season opener against the Dallas Cowboys on September 4th, I think Campbell has the potential to be a key factor for Vic Fangio's defense as a rookie. The early signs are very encouraging for a player who slipped to the Eagles at the end of the first round, and Roseman is already getting rewarded for snagging him. Another early camp winner has been second-year cornerback Quinyon Mitchell since the Eagles traded for A.J. Brown, one of the league's best wide receivers. No player on the Eagles' defense has been able to stick with him in one-on-one coverage, except for Mitchell. It has been a true test of skill, iron sharpening iron, as Mitchell has locked up Brown in individual drills, whether lining up as the right corner or moving over to the left side. This flexibility is a huge plus for the Eagles' secondary and gives defensive coordinator Vic Fangio more options when it comes to matching up against elite wideouts. In his rookie year, Mitchell was primarily a right side corner, where he played over 800 snaps and quickly made a name for himself as a top-tier cornerback. Coming out of Toledo, he was known for his ball-hawking ability, recording over 40 pass breakups in his final to college seasons, and that for speed has carried over nicely. But what's really impressive is how well Mitchell is adjusting to playing on both sides of the defense. Not many corners can do that effectively, and it speaks volumes about his talent and football IQ. A.J. Brown is not an easy receiver to cover. He's fast, physical, and crafty, but Mitchell has been able to stay with him and even forced an interception in one of their recent one-on-one matchups. The future looks bright for Mitchell, and I expect his role to expand as the season goes on. Moro Jomo is another name that keeps coming up as a big winner in training camp. Now entering his third year, Jomo has quietly made huge strides and looks poised for a breakout season in 2025. He's stepping into some very big shoes after Milton Williams' departure, and many believe Jomo is ready to surpass Williams' impact. Williams signed a massive contract with the New England Patriots after his strong 2024 campaign, but Jomo has the skill set and the potential to be even better. He hasn't been playing football as long as some of his peers, but his development curve is steep. In practice, he's been disruptive against the run, getting consistent pressure on the quarterback and making plays in the backfield. Jomo himself has acknowledged the legacy left by players before him and has said he's learning from watching how the Eagles scout, draft, and develop talent to keep their defense elite year after year. For example, after Fletcher Cox retired, the Eagles drafted Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis to help fill that void when Joshua left. Nolan Smith and Jix Hunt stepped up. Now with Darius Slay gone, Quinyon Mitchell has been tasked with stepping into that leadership role in the secondary. It's clear Howie Roseman has done an excellent job keeping the cupboard stocked with talent. Jomo is another player on that upward trajectory. And last year he had the highest pass rush win rate among all Eagles defensive linemen, a stat that bodes well for his future impact. Speaking of the pass rush, Jay Hunt has been another standout in camp. He's a young edge rusher who has quickly earned the trust of the coaching staff and his teammates. Hunt's versatility and explosiveness make him a critical piece of the Eagles' defensive plans moving forward. Jordan Miata, a second-team All-Pro tackle who had one of the highest pass-blocking grades in the league last year, went on record recently comparing Hunt to Micah Parsons of the Dallas Cowboys, and that's high praise indeed. Miata talked about Hunt's burst, his ability to change direction on a dime, and his relentless work ethic. Hunt started his college career as a safety at Cornell before transferring to Houston Baptist to play edge rusher, so he's still relatively new to the position. But the quickness and instincts he shows remind many of Parsons, who is one of the best edge rushers in the league. The Eagles haven't made any big free agent splashes for defensive ends this offseason, which shows their belief in Nolan Smith and Hunt to lead the pass rush. This confidence is well-founded given what we've seen in camp so far. Wide receiver A.J. Brown himself deserves a mention as a winner in training camp. He's been nearly unstoppable in practice, especially in one-on-one matchups with Quinyon Mitchell. The coaching staff has been highly impressed with Brown's impact since joining the team. On the offensive side, Dillon has also caught attention if he can stay healthy. His physical style of play adds a valuable element to the Eagles' backfield. He's a downhill runner, strong and tough, reminiscent of the role that Blount played during the Eagles' Super Bowl run back in 2017. Quarterback Jalen Hurts has cooled off in recent days, but before that, he was absolutely lights out in practice, completing close to 97% of his passes, barely throwing any interceptions despite learning a new offense with a new coordinator. His efficiency in camp speaks to his high football IQ and growing comfort in the offense. Jordan Davis has also been working hard on his weight loss, something that defensive coordinator Vic Fangio believes will help him improve leverage and bend on the field, setting him up for a potential breakout year in 2025. Defensive back MC Williams has been another player impressing coaches and fans alike. Despite being only 5 feet 10 inches and giving up significant height to some receivers, Williams has shown great instincts and football savvy, including a highlight pass breakup in the end zone during camp. Among the lesser-known but promising players, Elijah Cooks stands out, coming into camp as an undrafted free agent from San Jose State. Cooks was considered a long shot to make the roster. He had previously been with the Jacksonville Jaguars, but never made much headway there. However, in every practice over the past few weeks, he's been making highlight reel plays and catching the attention of coaches and teammates. With the Eagles potentially carrying 6 wide receivers on the 53-man roster, Cooks has positioned himself well in that competition behind established stars like A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, and Jan Dawson. Offensive line coach Tyler Steen was also recognized recently, receiving the Dr. Z Award, a testament to his skill and impact. Even though he's not the star of the show, Steen had a particularly good practice recently, recovering well from an SOS on Monday. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our Philadelphia Eagles. And don't be shy, share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. In what could be one of the most stunning offseason developments in recent NFL memory, murmurs are beginning to swirl around Philadelphia and beyond, suggesting that star wide receiver Devonta Smith may be preparing for a surprising departure from the Eagles, though nothing has been confirmed by the franchise. Smith himself reportedly hinted at a potential exit in a cryptic message that has since ignited speculation across the football world. Sources close to this situation say the former Heisman Trophy winner recently made statements on social media and in private circles that could be interpreted as a farewell to Philadelphia. While the exact context remains unclear, one thing is certain: fans are talking, insiders are buzzing, and the rumor mill is spinning at full speed. Smith, who has been a central figure in the Eagles' offense since being drafted 10th overall in 2021 has established himself as one of the most reliable and explosive young receivers in the NFL, with back-to-back seasons surpassing 1,000 yards receiving. And an undeniable chemistry with quarterback Jalen Hurts, Smith has been a cornerstone of the Eagles' high-octane attack, which is precisely why the idea of him leaving has come as such a shock. According to one NFL insider who spoke on condition of anonymity, there's been some tension brewing behind the scenes. It's nothing scandalous or dramatic, but it's the kind of subtle disconnect that sometimes leads to bigger moves down the road, fueling the fire. Smith was noticeably absent from several team-organized events this summer, including optional workouts and a high-profile charity flag football game attended by most of the Eagles' offensive units. Though the team initially downplayed his absence, calling it a matter of personal schedule, those excuses now seem thinner in the light of these fresh rumors, adding to the intrigue. Smith recently scrubbed several Eagles-related photos from his social media accounts, a move that has become a modern-day signal flare for potential NFL departures. In one particularly telling post that has since been deleted, Smith wrote, "All love, but sometimes it's time for the next chapter." Fans who saw it before it vanished were quick to screenshot and share, sending the football Twitter sphere into overdrive. If Smith were to leave, it would leave a significant void in the Eagles' offensive lineup. While A.J. Brown remains an elite threat on the outside, Smith's route-running precision, sure hands, and ability to stretch defenses across the middle have made him a crucial complement in the passing game. Losing him could force the Eagles to rethink their offensive identity entirely. So what could be behind this potential rift? Some analysts speculated may be contractual. Smith is entering the fourth year of his rookie deal, and while the Eagles did pick up his fifth-year option earlier this year, it's possible the receiver is looking for long-term security and top-tier receiver money. With the explosion in wide receiver salaries across the league, from Tyreek Hill to Justin Jefferson, it would make sense for Smith and his camp to push for a payday that reflects his production. Others believe it might be philosophical, with changes in the Eagles' offensive coaching staff and rumors of play-calling friction between coordinator Kellen Moore and key skill players. Smith could be feeling uncertain about his role in the evolving offense. Players of Smith's caliber want to win, but they also want to feel valued, says an anonymous team executive familiar with the situation. If there's even a hint that he's not the focal point or won't be going forward, that can be a tipping point for a trade request or exit. The Eagles organization, for their part, has not issued any public statement regarding the rumors. Head coach Nick Sirianni, when asked directly about Smith's status during a press availability earlier this week, deflected the question with a smile, saying, "Devonta's a pro. We're focused on the season, but silence, in this case, may speak louder than words," adding yet another layer of mystery. One of Smith's former college teammates reportedly told a reporter that Smith had been talking about new cities lately and looking at houses in Texas. While that could mean anything or nothing, the rumor has led some to speculate a potential link to teams like the Houston Texans or even the Dallas Cowboys, both of which have cap space and interest in bolstering their receiving corps. Fans in Philadelphia are understandably on edge. Smith has not only been a dynamic playmaker on the field, but also a community favorite off it, known for his humble demeanor and tireless work ethic. Losing him would be more than just a football blow. It would be a cultural shift for a team and fan base that has embraced him wholeheartedly. For now, all we have is speculation, whispers, and one tantalizing possibility that Devonta Smith could be on his way out of Philadelphia. Whether it's contract-related, philosophical, or simply personal, the buzz is growing louder. Will the Eagles act quickly to secure their star for the long term? Or is this the beginning of a breakup no one saw coming? That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Philadelphia Eagles, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.